From the nowhere to the now here. From the invisible to the visible. Broadcasting live from Fort Collins, Colorado, Cosmic Living Radio with Dr. Joseph Zdanowski. And welcome. Today is February 28th, 2015. And on today's show, I want to get specific about what I have come to understand to be one of the largest problems for people. And what I mean by largest is a problem that affects a lot of people for many different reasons, but the end result involves a closed head trauma, is the way it would be described. An open head trauma is exactly what it is, but a closed head trauma may be overlooked. And there's different types of traumas that can affect the brain in a closed way. And so we're going to explore that today, because I feel like the individual needs to find their greatness within. And when they do, all else follows. And then when you find your greatness within, you attract others and their greatness within starts to blend with yours, and there's a natural agreement. And human beings can either be in agreement to make wonderful things, or be in agreement to conspire to either break the law or break nature's law. And when they do, there's a result in both circumstances. One is a outworking that brings joy, and the other one brings misery, death, suffering, and sorrow. And we have a choice. And a lot of times when we find ourselves in the wrong choice, we tend to blame a enemy. It's said in the Bible, right? An enemy hath done this. No, nothing to do with taking self-responsibility in life. An enemy, something outside of yourself, created misery in your life. But we attract and create our worlds, or we're actually feeling right now that actually the world is affecting me. So we're either affecting our world through choice, through either being centered in the cosmos, or centered in man's mind, man's ego. And we are either conspiring to create greatness, or we're conspiring to whatever, downward spiral, conspiring. That's where it all leads to, if it's not an upward and onward spiral. So, this is for those individuals who may find themselves either struggling in life for whatever reason. Either they have trouble focusing, or they have been labeled autistic, or schizophrenic, or bipolar, or they've been labeled with some kind of mental illness, or a dementia, or a simple decline in physical health. If we are looking truly for a solution, then we will look to what is considered a closed brain injury. Now, a closed brain injury could be not just from either childhood sports or, let's say, a car accident that didn't seem to produce much damage physically in the car, but there was a head trauma. It could be from childhood falls off the changing table. It could be bumps and bruises, but the bottom line is that with repetitive head trauma, you get a decline in IQ. We're seeing this to be proven in the Wall Street Journal report with respect to head trauma and football. So it makes sense if you hit your head repetitively that you would get what was once described as punch drunk. And if you continually get hit in the head, it was only natural to assume that you declined in intelligence. And they're proving that to be true. Thank you, science. And yet at the same time, there's also another type of closed head injury that has been less described. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Stay tuned.
Hi, my name is Scott.